Have you ever looked at someone and wondered not what they do, but what moment may have changed everything for them? It's not their title or moving up the ladder or their resume, but the choice they made when comfort and courage were pulling in opposite directions. Today's episode is exactly that kind of conversation. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Today's the Day Changemakers podcast. I'm your host, Jody Hope Grinwald, and episode 2 of season 6 brings us 9 authors from Today is the Day Live It, which is available on pre-order until January 20th, and then you can purchase the book at most online outlets. I'm joined by an extraordinary group of people who didn't wait to be ready or perfectly qualified. They chose to lead, to serve, and to live their values out loud. You will hear from Deborah Baker, Stephen Cohn, Catherine Curry-Williams, Janet Katsakis, Mohan Metla, Heather McCullough, Deborah Rizzi, Terese Rolke, and Fred Wozniak. These are not just change makers. They are people who chose impact over ease. They share what made them want to be part of this project and what makes them continue to want to be at the center of impact. And if you're feeling unsure, stuck, and need some encouragement, we hope you will see this not just as a window, but a door open to you to join us on our mission to help you believe in the power of one voice, your own. If this conversation resonates, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Today is the Day Live It. Subscribe to the Today is the Day Changemakers YouTube channel and be sure to like, comment, and share because someone you know may need this message. And if you're interested in being featured as a guest or supporting this work as a sponsor, you'll find everything you need in the show notes or go to todayisthedayliveit.com. Now let's begin. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of the 5th season of the Today is the Day Changemakers podcast. I cannot believe that I'm saying this is the 5th season. I am your host, Jody Hope Grinwald, and I am just so honored to have been with you for 5 years and now celebrating over 135 countries downloading and listening to the incredible changemakers who I have had the honor of interviewing around the globe. And Today continues the bucket list for me as we are together 31 change makers, 30 of us, including me, who I invited to be part of this journey to share their incredible stories. A book that I thought was going to be a memoir has now become a mosaic, a global mosaic of voices where we stand at the edge of our comfort zone, we can make the greatest impact. And with me today, I am so excited to have, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of the change makers from one coast to the other. Hi, everyone. Can we get a collective hello?
Hello.
There we go. That's awesome. So quickly, I'm going to introduce everyone and we're going to get into an incredible conversation because I want the authors to share a lot about the background of what they put into this book. Today is the Day Live It that launches on January 20th and will be available wherever books are sold. So here we go. First up, we have Deborah Baker. Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You are CEO of Beyond the Uniform, LLC, a U.S. Air Force veteran and CEO of Women Operating in Overflow from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And my friend Deborah Rizzi. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Jody.
Hello. You know, it's funny, if you're not watching this, if you're just listening to this on the download, I want to put you over to the YouTube channel because seeing us all together is just such great energy. So if you can't feel it, and you should be able to through the streaming, you'll see it through the YouTube channel. Deborah Rizzi is president and partner to Rizco in Wall, New Jersey. So we have several Wall, New Jersey people in the house here. So this my other great friend and who I adore, who we're going together to the California launch, Terese Rolke. How are you, Terese?
I'm doing really well. Thank you so much, Jody, for getting us all together. This is incredible.
Well, thank you so much. And you are on the second phase of your life. You just completed a long stint as the executive director of the Monmouth Regional Chamber of Commerce, and you're doing incredible things as you move forward, and we're looking forward to hearing more about that. So, Terese, congratulations to you.
Love you.
Love you too. Next up, let's move to the other coast real quick because Catherine is representing all of California here, and we have seven authors from California out of 31. Catherine Curry Williams, how are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you so much. We're having a gorgeous day here. I'm sorry that the weather is so nice. I'm actually complaining that it's hot. So,
Oh,
geez.
What's the temperature?
It's going to be 82.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Oh,
No, my Christmas lights don't agree. Anyway, and I'm representing all of California. Well, okay. I better hold up that
yes.
job.
no
Well,
pressure.
you hold up a lot of
No
jobs.
pressure.
Wait a minute. I've got to read your title here. You're co-founder of the She Angels Foundation, founder of Shane's Inspiration, a TEDx speaker, and best-selling author yourself. Philanthropy on a Shoestring, which is behind me as well as it's behind you. Bless you. And you're out of Los Angeles, California. And yes, it sounds like you can hold up the entire area because of the fact that you're holding up a lot of titles. So thank you for being here.
I'm so happy to be here. So happy for your input in making all of this come to fruition. And
Next, we're
now,
going to go.
sorry,
Next,
Rose.
next, we're going to go over to Heather McCullough, who is also the editor of this book. And thank you, Heather, for all of your hard work trying to manage 31 chapters.
It's my pleasure.
The book is a little over 400 pages, so it's a lot of editing, that I will tell you. She is the writer, former Routers journalist, president, Women and Girls Education International, board member of the Native American International Caucus, and soon to be certified health coach out of New Jersey. And so, Heather, thank you for being part of this journey.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are welcome. Stephen, this is not your first rodeo show with a book, is it, Stephen?
it's not my first rodeo show with the book or your podcast.
No, that's true. I'm glad you mentioned that. Welcome to Stephen Cohen, author of Leading from Within and co-founder and chair of an important organization, which I highly recommend people also take a look at. Meditation for Leadership. Meditation is so valuable and important. So, Stephen, I'm so glad that you're here and that you and Clayton and Kathy all came together to put this chapter together.
Thank you, Jody.
You're welcome. And then we're going to move over to the Catskills, where, Mohan is basically said all of us can come and go skiing at his house, which we are more than happy to do, Mohan. Mohan Metla is founder and owner of Mohan Group, LLC. So how are you, Mohan?
Doing well, Julie. Thank you. Thank you for having me on this podcast and being amongst some wonderful leaders. So grateful for that opportunity.
Well, we're happy to have you and thank you for being part of this. I love your reflection in the book. I don't want to share anything about it because I'll ask everybody their titles later, but I love your title too. Let's move over to my friend Janet Katsakis. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Jody, and everyone.
I have always loved your title, Chief People Officer. You don't hear it very CPO. I love it. Of the Food Bank of South Jersey over in Cinnaminson. And thank you, Janet, for being part of this and all the work you do at the food bank. It's incredible.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And then we're going to move over to my mentor, my friend, and the person who wrote the foreword to this book. And he's a mentor to everybody who meets him. This is like, Fred's known throughout the globe, And so Fred Wozniak, soon to be the former president and CEO, and by the time this airs, of the Food Bank of South Jersey, and the founder of Humanix Consulting, of which he will be picking back up and running with that. And I'm so happy to have you here, Fred.
Oh, it's my pleasure, and thank you, Jody. As Terese has said, and everyone, you've connected an amazing group that I'm just so. I mean, like I said, these are celebrities, and thank you for that. And it's wonderful to see everyone and be part of this podcast today.
Thank you. You got your jacket because we did 5 podcasts together. I think we're at 7 now that you have appeared on the podcast. So yes, you are the global winner of that.
I'm designing the next jacket when I reach 10, so I'll have that designed to you soon.
Oh, well, that'll be coming within this year. So you better get working on the graphics. That's for sure. That's awesome. Thank you. I want to just tell everybody, the book is really an invitation to believe in the power of one voice, your own. every single chapter starts with not only a dedication from the author, but also a quote. So if you think about books out there, most books have a quote at the beginning of each chapter. And a lot of times it's from a celebrity or it's from someone who has just been a true advocate out there. In this case, every single author has put together their own quote. We hope you maybe connect with one of them, adopt them, and share them, because all of us have the ability to be a change maker and create something impactful. And so they're lending their voices to that. And then at the end of every single chapter is something called Embrace the Moment. And each one of these incredible authors are asking you 2 questions to help guide you through their chapter, helping you bring out something that you might have read that connected with you that you might not have even realized until they ask you that question. So let's get into it now. And like I said, I know we have got a lot of you, so we're going to keep our answers as succinct as we can. We're going to start with the person who wrote the foreword in this case. What made you decide to become, and this question will be for all of you, so the rest of you will have more than enough time to think about it. Poor Fred won't. What made you decide to sign up to be part of this project and be part of the book?
Well, one, I find it very difficult to say no to you. So I see others' reaction. So I think I'm right on scale there. Just an opportunity, and I love the fact too that you always think about writing a book. And again, as Teresa said, you helped us in this journey. And for those who haven't written a book, I know others on here have. Wow, what an accomplishment! But the best part of this, it's the community within this book that really makes it special. It isn't the life of outdoors with Fred. This is a community shared global humility of individuals, and just to be honored to be asked to be part of that. Aside from Jody, how can you say no to this project? So blessed. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And it seems to be a going theme, because when I asked that question on the last call, the same answer was, well, it's hard to say. I don't know what I do and how I ask. So, but it seems as if it's a very interesting answer. So
that's the next book.
Can't say no to Jody.
Can't say no to Jody.
In a world where trust drives decisions and relationships matter more than transactions, disconnection is something businesses simply cannot afford. I'm Jody Hope Grinwald, a leadership and connection strategist, and my work is different because I don't offer just a single framework or surface level fix. I bring an entire ecosystem built on connection with me. I work across leadership, career transition, teams, and client relationships, helping organizations rebuild trust where it may be strained and design their work so disconnection doesn't happen in the first place. Because when one link is off, it affects everything, and sustainable growth depends on keeping those connections strong. To learn more or inquire about me speaking at any of your events, reach out to me at Jody, Jodi, at todayisthedayliveit.com. I want to move over to the 2 authors who are previous authors who have their own books out on their own. And Catherine Curry Williams, you have a book out all by yourself. You were already a published author. So what made you decide to become part of this journey?
I'll second what Fred and everyone says. First of all, you are, not that I don't want to say no to you. I've learned to say no a lot as I entered my 3rd chapter of my life, because I realized if I want to have more chapters, I can't do everything. And when I saw that you really opened the door to so many change makers, and that's really what I'm about, that we are all able to be philanthropic, and philanthropy means the love of humanity. And here we have, what are there, 10 of us, 8 of us? I can't count. Of course, I can't count, but I could write a book about it. There's 10 of us on here, and I'm always want to be a part of something that's going to do good for humanity, because I love it. I love humanity, and some days it's not so good, but we are looking for the light and sharing that light forward. So, and I see the light in you, Jody, and you're now bringing it through this book.
Yeah.
And that,
Kevin, same to you. Same question to you.
Yeah, so when I wrote Leading from Within, a guide to maximizing your effectiveness through meditation, I wrote it from my own perspective, right? From my own life experience, what, bringing in some others that, in stories that you tell in your book. But what amazed me about this book, and I've read some of the chapters, is that you have the diversity of perspectives. You have 30 different authors. You have different perspectives. And one of the things that struck me, and this might sound patently obvious, but is they didn't want everything to stay the same, right? So how many people look into the world and say, "Well, this world is absolutely perfect. I want it to stay exactly the same. I want to stay exactly the same, in everything I do within this world." And what you can see is, um, people were not just coming to that conclusion, but the different ways that people were both inspired to make change and effectively made significant change. And it's seeing all those perspectives in this book that I'm really looking forward to seeing the whole compilation.
I'll tell you, you will laugh, you will cry, and the inspiration that you take from the chapters is truly incredible. And the person who knows this just as much as me, because she got to read the chapters with me, is Heather Mistretta. Heather, why did you decide to become part of this? Not only as an author, but as the editor.
Wow. Well, I thought, yeah, of course, I trusted you. I trusted your intention as your friend. And I thought it was so unique. There's nothing like it out there. So it was exciting to be part of that. I'm among such an amazing group of people from all walks of life, from all, different stories, different backgrounds. Different countries. Yeah, and I get to be not only an author, chapter author, but also the editor. So yeah, it's been an exciting journey so far. Thank you.
Mohan.
Jody. For me, I think you know my wife very well, Olga. She did one of your podcasts. That when I listened to that, my inspiration was, oh, this is really amazing because my perspective is we're all agents of change, sharing this community that brought us together, right? I think each of us have the duty. I think that's part of my chapter at Dharma. Is it's our duty to do the right thing and the karma. So share what's the best values that you could share with people, be it family, be it friends, be it colleagues. And my life perspective, coming from consulting world, being both on the client side and the supply side, I've seen a lot of leaders talk a lot, but walking the talk is very hard. And I've been in their shoes, and it takes a lot of determination. And I think that for me is an inspiration to say, if something that we could do, share something that could be passed on down to our next generation, or even just share it with the people that we work with or that we engage with on a daily basis. I think that change. I think even if it's an ounce out of the millions of pounds of change that we need to make. I think that's still a change that we could all make together. So that is kind of my little inspiration. Hey, walk the talk and be that agent of change as best as you can. So that is my little inspiration.
Can you tell everybody the title of your chapter?
Of course. So the title of my chapter is "Do What Is Right: A Message of Karma and Dharma." I'm originally from India, and that's a very strong principles, I would say, that are kind of taught at a really very early age. Being a student in Sanskrit, those are some of the key words that you kind of get kind of ingrained in your brain. You have to do what is right, and this is your duty. And that's something that I've seen my own parents kind of live it, and that's I'm trying to embody it and live it myself. So, and thanks to you, Jody, getting that opportunity. So, and being a part of this amazing group of talented leaders, and I couldn't be more grateful for that.
Oh, you're welcome, Mohan. And I love the title. I thought it was great when I read it. So thank you for that. Janet, let's
Thank you.
move to you. what made you join this wonderful group of people?
You told us to keep our answers short, and I will, I promise, Jody. But my answer is there's three answers. So there's two easy and then one longer. And the easy one is I've always wanted to be an author my whole life. And so this is a really exciting opportunity. But the other is Fred. And I work for Fred Wozniak at the food bank. And you think it's hard to say no to you, Jody. It's also very, very difficult to say no to the gentle disruptor, Fred. And so when Fred, pushes you to do something, you end up doing it, and you always end up, much better for it. And so I'm very happy about that. Which leads to the third answer, which is I have had the privilege of being part of a transformation. And absolutely the golden era of my career has been the 7 years here working with Fred. I've been at the food bank for 10, and just experiencing, what our leadership team brought to this organization has been an absolute privilege. And so my chapter is called How Did We Get Here? And it's a snapshot, really. We've undergone a tremendous amount of change over the last year. And challenges, but the privilege of doing it with this team has been, something I'm really glad that I've captured in this chapter. So that's my long answer. Sorry.
No, it's okay, because I understand what you say about Fred. See, Fred and I talked about this book, and then we said, oh, it'd be great to get 20 authors. And then when I got to 20, Fred challenged me to get to 25.
Yeah.
And then when I got to 25, he came back with a challenge again and
Yeah.
said, well, if you do 25, why can't you do 30? And
Yeah.
I'm like, you kidding me? I thought I hit my goal. I went over goal. So yeah, you don't say no to Fred. I
And
understand completely.
Jody, you're number 31 because you also have
Yes.
so, for the icing on the cake.
Well, and so it's a good, thank you for that point. So the book really starts about my own personal journey, and that's how it starts. And it talks about me as growing up and going into where I am today and how I met all of you, and then where we're headed all together. So really is a story about me being a very quiet child, having a really difficult childhood. And most people don't know a lot about that part of me. So that vulnerability, and a lot of you got very vulnerable, and I appreciated that. And it helped me in my vulnerability too, right? We don't like judgment. So we don't like to put ourselves out there. Even as authors, it's hard. And so this is really a journey, and it's everyone's journey at the edge of their comfort zone. And as I said before, so it kind of lends itself as a story. The center part of it is all of you. The beginning and end is kind of how we all came together, which who would have ever thought it all started with a podcast, which was just one decision that had a ripple effect of the reason we're sitting here today. And that's my goal in this world, is to talk about connection and how just one decision will impact people you may never even meet. So, and the book has a lot more of that in there. Terese, why did you join this journey?
Oh, it's same as everyone, because of you. I actually too, I've always wanted to write, and I just didn't know how to do it, where to start, how do you get published? And it was too much effort to even think about in my busy life. Just, I didn't have time for it. So when you approached me and asked me to write a chapter, I'm like, this is it. This is like an answer to a dream for me. And Jody, I adore you. And for those of you that don't know, Jody and I met because she joined the Monmouth Regional Chamber of Commerce many, many years ago. And she also is an Athena Award recipient, which is a big event that we hold here at the Chamber. And she's a recipient. So you can't go wrong by partnering with Jody. And I also, and her podcast, I remember when you were about to start your podcast and how nervous you were to start, to start a new endeavor, and look at where you are 5 years later. So I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy to call you my friend and my sister from another mister for life. Honestly.
That's right. That's right. And we're traveling to California together. So this is exciting.
Exactly. Yep.
Dee, tell us why you joined. Thank you, Terese. I love you too.
Thank you. First, I want to say thank you to Heather because I've been knowing Heather for a while. Heather has introduced me to you, and you provided me with an opportunity. So that's one reason, but also because it aligns with how I see leadership today: grounded, intentional, and rooted in lived experiences. So this platform for me isn't about a spotlight moment. It's about meaningful contributions by all of us. So thank you.
Oh, so well put. That was so great, Dee. Thank you. And it's so
Thank you.
true. And I'm going to expand on that for 1 second. One of the things I will say is titles and followers and subscribers, they do not define a person or their value or validate your organization. It's great, but society has pushed that out there. That's why we want everything that's part of this book to be organic. Whether we're a bestseller or not a bestseller doesn't matter. What happens here is that we're trust sharing our vulnerability to help one person out there. I always say just one. And if we do more, we have over exceeded our goal. So we may never meet that person or know that person, but we just hope it opens the heart to someone. So thank you for saying that, Dee. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Deb?
Oh, Jody, how do I top all of these answers here? And there is that common chord. It is definitely you. And I'm going to take it even a step further is you are a mentor to all of us, because you always see something in each of us that maybe we didn't see in ourselves. And I can say that truly to a very high level. You hear a word change maker, but you live it and breathe it. And, you capitalize, you define it as, it's that initiative to create meaningful and positive change. And you now have pulled together 31 individuals, and we do it in different ways, but the heart and the commonality is there. And for you and I, it was resiliency that pulled us together. It was, a health crisis. For me, cancer, you had a major surgery. And that inspired me and you inspiring me to be able to tell that story and take Risco's own process. We're a brand land marketing agency and we're constantly auditing and changing and rebranding and inspiring me to take that own process and reflect on myself and how I've evolved over time. So, it does come back to you being that mentor, being that lead change maker, and really seeing something in us that maybe we didn't see in ourselves previously to this project. So I thank you so much.
Really appreciate it. I didn't pay them, audience. I gave no money out to have them say anything kind about me. That I promise. Looking for technology that doesn't just keep up, but sets the pace? Meet Pam 10, a global technology services leader with 6 locations across the US, Canada, and India. From world-class talent and managed services to digital transformation and AI-driven solutions, Pam 10 helps businesses scale faster, smarter, and stronger. And here's what sets them apart. Social impact isn't an add-on. It's embedded in their mission and culture. Pam 10, technology with purpose. Visit pam10.com to learn more. But I will ask the audience this question. Who is out there that just kind of does that for you, that kind of lifts you up? Did you let them know that? Did you share a piece of that with them? Maybe they don't know that they have that effect on your life, right? Mentorship is so important. And you don't do it because you want, I never do anything because I want an accolade. All of this just feels very natural to me. But let those people know, because I know, hearing all of you, right? I just want to go find a tissue and cry because it's like, wow, I didn't realize I had that impact. You don't realize that. And I didn't do any of it for that. So it's important that we are, we share generously our kindness with each other when someone helps you. So I appreciate all of you because you all have helped me in many, many ways that you don't even know. So thank you for that. So now we're going to keep our answers, I'm sorry, short, because I love all of them and I wish we could expand on all of them. But I think it's really important, right? Because the readers don't know all about your story. And when this airs, that the book will be in pre-order mode. It will not be able to be in their hands. So I would just very succinct, what do you hope the reader takes away from your personal chapter? Steve, I'm going to start with you.
Well, I think that, change doesn't happen, in a vacuum. It doesn't happen if you do things the same way, think the same way. So it's really creating space creating space for change. And we each have to do that both internally and externally. I mean, that's the magic that people are talking about here, Jody. The fact that you created your, once a year global forum, that you created your podcast, that you created this book, that you're creating this community, which really creates a space by which people can flourish and make those relationships. But it really starts inside, right? It really starts by showing up. And it really starts by showing up with sort of authenticity and openness. And that's what I hope people can take away from our chapter, is to create that openness within that will allow them to find opportunities like this.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Janet, what do you hope they take away from your chapter?
We're a small little food bank. We're a small little nonprofit right outside of Philadelphia. We're not, global players. We're not, we are big players in our 4 counties that we serve, but we're not a global presence. But the change that we can make right here in those 4 counties, and not only in the 4 counties, but in the lives of our employees and the way that we approach leadership and compassionate leadership, and the way that we approach what we do every day, it makes a big difference in the people that work with us and the people that we serve. And so I think that message that you don't have to be, a celebrity, as Fred keeps using the word celebrity, you don't have to be, a big, well-known, wealthy, whatever the words are, the words that people put values on, put value on so much in our society. Change comes in small ways, and I'm forever changed by the experience that I went through. Just being part of a wonderful team, and again, we're making change for the people we work with and serve every day. And so that's, I guess, what the message that and also, people believe in me in ways, like I also grew up not having the most, I was not the most outgoing. I call myself a recovering introvert. And so one of the questions at the end of my chapter is, what would happen if you somebody believed in you and you believed in yourself more? And I think having people around me that believed so much in me and that I could do it made me believe in it, and in a way that really has impacted my life. So personally and professionally, and mostly personally. So I'm very grateful to those people, Brad, and the others, and others. But it was. I'm very grateful. So.
As I tell the audience all the time, when Fred's around, everybody loves Fred. So we
Yeah.
know. Heather.
Okay, I would say I would encourage people to embrace their journey, no matter what that looks like, because no matter what it looks like, they all matter. My journey was a circuitous one, definitely not where I expected to go at times, but had it not gone in those directions, I wouldn't have met the incredible people that I met and who I now have in my life. So embrace that journey, as hard as it might be, realize that there's always someone out there who will help you. You're never alone. So embrace that journey.
Love that. Thanks, Heather. Thank you. Dee, what do you hope the readers take away from your chapter?
Wow, I loved everybody's comments. I'm just kind of reflecting on that. But for me, I hope readers recognize that change doesn't require permission, that it requires alignment, and that my contribution is meant to remind people that that their experiences matter, their perspectives has value, and their leaderships begin internally long before it shows up externally.
Mhm.
Thank you for sharing your chapter with us. It was vulnerable, it was beautiful, and all of you did an incredible job. And
Yeah,
I really enjoyed your chapter too, very, very, very much. And
thank
thank
you.
you for the leader you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Deb?
I'm going to repeat what I said earlier about resiliency. By sharing our stories, a lot of times externally, everybody seems like life is always great on the outside. And by hopefully sharing the difficulties behind the scenes, it sends a message that we all go through those pain points where we're going to get knocked down. But we are all resilient and we're all going to be tested and made undone at some point, but we're really designed to rise in the end.
Chapter was very vulnerable too, and what you shared, and it's very important. You brought up health, and anybody listening, there, there's health issues. We all go through them at different times with different things, and being able to be resilient sometimes doesn't feel possible in the moment. And I hope that the messages you're hearing here can help you and lift you up if you are dealing with that type of a crisis. So thank you, Deb. Terese?
Thank you, Jody.
You're welcome.
So my main focus my entire life has been being kind to others. And I based my chapter on that, how growing up in Brooklyn to where I am today. And everything comes back to being kind. If someone were to say to me, what's your religion? I would say kindness and humanity, because that's really, it's not religion. Stephen, when you were talking earlier, variety is the spice of life. And I love variety. So I love the differences between people, because, that's what makes life beautiful. Right? We're all individual and unique, but I also want people to realize collaborating together is what gives us strength. Look at what we're doing here now. So if the readers can take away kindness and collaboration with each other and embrace the variety that's out there and honor it and respect it, this world would be a much better place.
Terese, can you tell everybody the title of your chapter?
Okay, so I can't take credit for this one. It's Heather, because I was struggling with my title because I was all over the place in my chapter. So she came up with it and I loved it, and it's unique. A smile, a helping hand, and a dance in the street.
Love it. I love it.
I give her full credit. I cannot take credit for that.
While we're at
Well, you inspired me to come up with it. So.
While we're at it, Heather, why don't you share your title?
Gosh, I have to try to remember it. I know it starts with eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
It does.
I can't hear.
I'll let you hold on to that for a minute because I know it's a longer title. You find it while I move over to Catherine, and we'll get back to you. Catherine, what do you hope the readers take away from your chapter? And I will tell you, as a CEO and co-founder of a nonprofit organization, I thank you for that incredible chapter of sharing about philanthropy.
From my chapter, well, first of all, Terese, I want to smile and dance in the street with you. I'm glad you're coming to the Los Angeles because
can't wait to meet you.
that is such a at the end of the day of it all, I think that's all of our intentions is to live life by helping others. So my takeaway from mine for everything is what most of you said, collectively, we make a bigger impact. So together we make a bigger impact. And I want readers to understand that they can, with $1.40 a day, change lives if they bring friends together. And we look into grassroots organizations where I heard you guys talking, Janet, you were saying a small organization. Grassroots to me are the MVPs. And I want the readers to know a little bit why that, and flipping the switch on and the script. I have got the script and the switch on thinking you need to have millions of dollars to be a philanthropist. That is not true. You need strategic direction and giving, and a passion, and a smile, and a dance, and everything that everyone else said.
I love that, Catherine. I'm glad we'll be dancing when we come to the event on the 31st. So I'm looking forward to that.
Definitely.
Heather, did you find it?
Oh yeah, it was eeny, meeny, miny, mo, finding the words in the face of a challenge.
Yeah, I love it. Everybody was so creative, really, really creative. Mohan, what would you like the readers to take away?
I
Oh,
think for me, can you hear me? Yes. For
yes.
me, I think change is a choice we all make. And I think that's something I want the readers to take away is it's something life affords you that opportunity. So you have, to your point, we all bring our collective life experiences through this book and through this platform. Thanks to you, Jody. I think there's a lot of lessons, a lot of experiences that kind of changes a person. For me, it changes my perspective and it makes me more humble. I carry my principles. So we all have our own principles. I think find your principle, what it is in your life that you embrace and that you want somebody to kind of follow, right? And be in a change to reflect those principles because you have to be that change and it's a choice that you have to make. So having great principles not just makes you a better person, but actually sharing those principles and being one, again, leading those principles, in life. I think that's something that I want the readers to take away from reading my chapter at least.
Awesome. It truly is. This book is truly like a textbook of, I mean, you can share this with your team. You can share this with your friends. It really runs the gamut of being able to be, it's human. It truly is human and it has all aspects to it. So I hope organizations will adopt it too, because there's so much to learn, especially we have, things on leadership and philanthropy and so many, and a lot of personal stories about how to make that change. And when you do that and you connect with people better, you connect with your clients and your customers better. So connection is at the core of everything we do. Now we'll go to Fred as the person to share. And are you going to share about the 12 minutes? That's what you hope everybody takes away, the 12 minutes.
Oh, we've had so many side conversations without you on a screen about the 12 minutes.
You got to tell us what it is.
Yeah, I know, right? Again, I'm sorry, Fred.
No, I can add that to why. No, just when you can't say no to Jody, first thing she asked me to do was to lead an event when she was director of the NJBIA nonprofit group, and she asked me to do an opening engagement exercise, and this was February 23rd, 2020. And so it was the last time I was in a group setting like that for about 2 years. And she said, Fred, you only have 12 minutes. I said, are you serious? I mean, what I want to do is going to take at least 45, no, 12. So I have in the forward, not only you cannot say no to Jody, but I was trying to keep my forward to, if you're going to read it, it can't be more than 12 minutes type thing. So, but I love the common thread here, and I think we're all on a common thread. And what I have in part of the forward, an excerpt is about showing up, but show up with heart, and when you show up with heart and courage. And when you do that, there's so many other things that instantly ripple out.
Can I ask you to say what you always say about being in the presence of others, which is one of my favorite things that you say?
Yeah, it's when you're in the presence, when you're present in the present of another, it is a present. It's a gift of kindness.
Yeah, I love that.
Hmm.
So
Coin that phrase.
I'm going to put someone on the spot who doesn't know what I'm about to say. But 2 days ago, Meditation for Leadership got a grant in order to team with Fred in his retirement, and put on a program for 25 nonprofit leaders of nonprofit organizations of less than 10 people, less than 10 staff people, because generally we go in cohorts of at least 10. So it will be at no cost or very low cost for those people, if Fred agrees to do it with us.
Wow. Will I have more than 12 minutes?
It will be 5 hours.
Oh,
It's 4 virtual hours and a half a day in person. It's actually 10 hours.
I am so in. Absolutely.
Aw.
That's wonderful.
Congratulations, Steve. I'm on the hiatus, but I'm honored to be on the board of Meditation for Leadership, and so I'm going to get back in action with Steve and his vision and this nonprofit work through there. So that's wonderful. Congratulations.
Nothing like this.
Look forward to collaborating further.
Yes, amen. Wow. Woo.
Yay! And it's all I started, and it was all announced right here on the Today's the Day.
That's it.
A heartfelt thank you to our Today's the Day Live It book launch supporter sponsors who truly believe in the importance of connection and sharing their journeys to help others along theirs. Hearts of Gold Inc., Mohan Group LLC, and Life Reinvention Now with Charlene Gorzella. To all of our sponsors, thank you for believing that connection is what drives real impact and for helping us bring these changemaker stories to life. To learn more, go to todayisthedayliveit.com/live it. All right,
Awesome.
so we don't have a lot of time because we all have so much wonderful stuff to share. This could go for 3 hours, but we don't want to do that to the listeners. So I'm going to ask you all. I want you to think of one word, and I did this with everybody first season. I'm not going to ask you the same question, but the question was, give me one word that describes you as a change maker. And the mantra is actually in the book. It will be in the back of the book, created by all of the change makers. But instead now, I want our authors to create a wordle. So I'm asking you all this one word on these podcasts, and we will put this together post podcast. What is one word that describes how you feel that you're about to be an author? Okay, so we'll start with Mohan, and that gives everybody a little bit more time to think. One word that describes you as you're about to be an author.
Grateful for this opportunity to be an agent of change. Any little thing that I could share and be the change maker, I am very grateful for that opportunity. Thank you, Jody.
Welcome. You're welcome. Heather.
Well, the first word that came to mind is resilience.
Love it. Okay. Catherine.
What's the question? Exactly.
What is the one, we can come back to you too. What is one word that describes how you feel about this book coming out, about you being an author in this book?
Expansion.
That's a good one. Stephen.
Blessed.
Connected.
I'm sorry?
Connected.
Oh, I thought you said D.
No problem. That's okay. And I've connected. That's my favorite word is connection. D.
Blessed.
Janet.
Grateful.
Oh, you got to give me a different word. We got that one.
Oh, we got that one.
I'll come back.
Honored.
Honored. Ooh, I love that word. Love it. I love it. Therese.
Ecstatic.
I can't wait to see what this word looks like. Deb.
Storyteller.
Nice. Oh, I can't hear you.
I'm kidding.
Oh gosh.
I thought you were whispering. Did you say Fred?
I did say Fred.
Just wonderment.
This is going to be a tough wordle to put together. I got some great words here. This is awesome. Amazing. Okay.
We need your word too, Jody.
Oh yes, we need your word.
Yes.
Oh God, I've got more than one word. Like dream come true is not one word. Let me think.
You would think if one
Happy.
person on this call was
Happy.
stumped, it wouldn't have been you.
Happy, happiness, happy. I mean, like you all used honored and grateful and all the words that I would have used. But you're right. You would think I would have come up with a word, but they were already taken. And connected. That would have been probably my very first word. But thank you, Steve. I appreciate you including me in that. I very much so do. Is there anything before I have us do the last thing and go into the last part of this that anybody wants to share that they feel like they really want an opportunity to say? Oh, we got nine people, and everybody feels like they said everything.
Yeah, I'll jump in there. This is a great stepping stones. So my word's wonderment, because Janet and I have been talking about a book. We're going to write a book about the last 7 years here at the food bank,
Oh, great.
and
For
all the
years.
chapters
Yeah.
of the journey of everything that this group has been part of. And I keep telling her, I said, your chapter that you wrote for Jody's book is the beginnings of a great forward, or a great introduction to the book. And yeah, I'm looking. So, even though this is the last day that Janet, the CPO, and I will be officially in the building working together, we got other things to do. So I'm looking forward to that next chapter.
Excellent. Collaboration beyond.
Yeah.
Maybe Heather can come up with a food pun for the name of each chapter.
Sure, I'll take on that challenge.
Nobody's
As long as
better
it's
at puns
fruitful.
than Fred.
What was that?
Nobody's better at puns than Fred. So we're good.
No, that book, as long as it's fruitful. I mean, we'll be, yeah.
And I would like to say, I was inspired when I wrote this chapter, like in May a long time ago, right away when you asked, because I was having but you're busy. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. It inspired me to continue writing a book called Today is the New Someday. And I'm almost complete with that book, but just wanted you to know that's why it's expansion, because that one chapter expanded, and I can see this is how we're all rolling. You start somewhere and you don't know where it's going to go. And that one chapter has taken me into will be my third book. So
Wow.
fourth
Nice.
with this one. So
That's
there's
awesome.
the beginning.
Nice.
Great.
Heather and I are talking about the next type of mosaic book we want to put together, and what that topic will be about, because I loved this journey. And then also I'm looking to, finally create the memoir, which is this was supposed to be, but it didn't happen. But now, and I want to help other authors who want to publish and have this experience and are afraid to do so. So there's lots of good things happening. Anybody else want to share anything?
Funny thing, Jody, I just want to share the genesis of my involvement with this. After you interviewed Olga on your podcast, as I said, I work in real estate, work with a lot of contractors, project management, builders, and then customers, and my real estate, rental business. I always, I mean, also being in the corporate world, I've come across a lot of leaders, and I always kind of not complain, say that to wife, dinner conversation. Why is it so difficult to do what is right? Why don't these contractors do what is right? For example, they like to cut corners. They're like, well, guess what? You probably get the money from me or my project, but you're not going to go much further because you lost my trust. So that's something. This opportunity couldn't have come at the right time. To be honest, I feel like all of this thought process has kind of built up in my mind. Personally, I like to do what is right because it takes longer. Unless it's somebody's, it's a life or death situation. I like to take my time and do what is right because at the end of the day, I think that the fruit of that principle is much sweeter than just passing it by so fast, because hey, I just want to get there faster. So I want to say thank you for the opportunity and kind of sharing my personal experience through this chapter and being among this amazing set of leaders and authors and just amazing set of people. So thank you.
Yes.
So yes,
I want to say the same thing, Jody. I think we all have the same. Grateful. I was going to say grateful was my word, but other people, everyone was saying grateful because we couldn't have done this without you. So I also want to echo the thank you for making this happen for all of us as well, and for bringing us together, because now we're all connected. I look forward to future collaborations, and I can't wait to meet everyone in person at the book signings. I'm so excited.
Right. Yes. Looking forward to it.
Those are coming.
Hey, I have something too.
Yes.
I have something. This is Dee. So for me, I just want everybody to think, I always use this mantra, and this is a mantra that I use with my clients, and it's to reset, reframe, and reclaim. Reset is to pause. Um, reframe is to look at things through a different lens, and to reclaim is to start that new journey.
Love it.
But beautifully put.
Beautiful,
Love it.
beautiful.
Really.
Thank you.
Else?
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
Deb, did you have something? I saw you took yourself off mute.
Today is the day.
Yes,
Love
yes.
I think we all need a big live it.
I don't have the book. I don't have the book yet. This is the paper copy. But I'm like, I can show something.
Perfect branding there.
What did you want us to do with her?
Yeah, you ready? All right, so we're all gonna do, we did this on the last thing, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna put one hand in, and we're gonna do on the count of three, we're gonna yell, live it. Okay, you right? Are we ready? And then I'll end the podcast from there. Okay, ready? All right, on the count of three, put your hands in. 1, 2, 3. Everybody hands in.
Hands
I
up.
need to see everybody's hand. And on the count, then I'll count to 3 and we'll pull them up. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Live it!
I threw the other hand in.
The hokey pokey.
Awesome.
And it goes with our book trailer. So for those who have been listening, whether you've listened for 30 seconds, a minute, or the entire hour, we are so grateful for you to be here and listen to these incredible change makers. Deborah Baker, Catherine Curry-Williams, Heather Mistretta, Deborah Rizzi, Terese Rolke, Stephen Cohn, Mohan Metla, Fred Wozniak, and Janet Kasakis. We have all come together, and there are more of us. There's 31 of us who have come together for Today is the Day, Live It. This is an invitation for you to believe in the power of one voice, your own. And remember, follow us on Facebook and Instagram so you can learn more about how this is progressing and see all the pictures from all the things happening. Listen to other changemaker voices on other podcast episodes. And remember, Today is the Day is not just a podcast. We are so much more. It's an complete ecosystem, from the forum to the coaching and consulting that I personally do with my clients, to so much more that is continuing to happen. So I hope you'll continue to remember, today is the day. You cannot go back to yesterday, and you do not yet own tomorrow. So what small or large step are you going to take today to get yourself closer to your goal? Thank you, everyone. I'm so grateful to all of you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.